Hey YouTube, how's it going? Matt back with another pickup video, and I'm filming this on Monday, and hopefully it should be up on Thursday. It's pretty difficult to get my videos up onto YouTube. I have to plug it into one computer that does not have internet, transfer it from SD card over to flash drive, put the flash drive in my laptop computer, and then load it from there. So this is right after the weekend that I got pretty good yard sale stuff, which I'll show in a minute. But I did go yard selling, and I did get some decent stuff. And I do plan on going yard selling this coming week. But anyway, I'll get into that later. I got some things from eBay, thrift store, I got a Craigslist deal, and I got yard sale stuff. So I'll go ahead and start with eBay purchases. I actually forgot about both of these two auctions I was bidding on until I actually got the notice that I had won them, and I just paid like whatever the next bid was on the item. And the first item was Shrek 2 Beg for Mercy. It's complete, and I paid 99 cents for shipping. So I'll do that any day for a Game Boy Advance game. And to be all honest, the game's not terrible. So at least it's not like a super crappy game. I got that, and I also got Lego Star Wars, a video game, complete, and I got it for $2.25 off of eBay, and it was the next bid. It was like the lowest bid I could have possibly bid on the item. So I was happy to get that. $2.25 free shipping any day for a GameCube game that I want. And I had one thrift store pickup. I picked up Little Big Planet for the PSP. This is a game that I want to play once I get a PSP, but I do not own one right now. So if anybody wants it, let me know, because I can't really play it right now, which stinks. But you know, I'll find PSP eventually. All right. Now, I guess the next thing I'll show you is the stuff I got off a Craigslist deal. I saw an ad posted on. It was actually misposted, in my opinion. It was posted in Toys and Games, so it was kind of odd. And I think it led to me getting it first before other people did. But the original ad was 48 PS2 games for $40. So they're all complete, or not all. They all had their cases at least. He said, and it ended up working out a little bit differently than I thought it would. But it still was a pretty good deal. So first, I'll show you all the PS2 games. And a lot of them are cheaper games, and there are some doubles in here as well. So just forewarning. Ooh. Guitar Hero Encore Rocks the 80s. DT Racer. Need for Speed Pro Street. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Ultimate Board Game Collection. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. MX 2003 featuring Ricky Carmichael. Puzzle Challenge Crosswords. Suzuki Superbikes. Brave the Search for Spirit Dancer. Wheel of Fortune. Guitar Hero World Tour. Another copy of Guitar Hero World Tour. AC/DC Live, Band Hero, Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Probably the best stack of games. Actually, yeah, that's probably the best one, actually. SOCOM 3 US Navy SEALs. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. ATV Off-Road Fury 3. ATV Off-Road Fury 2. And ATV Off-Road Fury. So I get all three of them right there. One that looks really cool, actually, Flat Out. I like the racing games that have like big crashes. You know, like Burnout 3 Takedown. That was a great game. Although it was a little too long. There's too much to do in that one. Twisted Metal Black, which actually has the greatest hits disc, but I'm not going to complain. Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. And the last stack here. Crazy Taxi. iToy Play. Need for Speed Underground 2. G-Force. Unison, which is a really weird game. It's like anime dancing music game. It's super weird, but Unison. Suzuki Supercross. No, Superbikes. Don't know how that got in there, but Arena Football Road to Glory. That's so weird. Arena football. Never. There's like Madden and NFL Blitz or whatever, but Arena football. I mean, I don't know. That's weird. Cue Ball Billiards Master. Another copy of Guitar Hero World Tour. And Shrek 2. Now, I believe that's about 35-ish games right there. There's about another 12 or 13, but they were sports games, and he was very nice enough to let me exchange some of the sports games for some Xbox games he had. Outlaw Golf, Spy Hunter, a couple that I'm actually happy to get here. Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. I really wanted this one. It's like my kind of game, the arcadey. I like, arcadey kind of games, racers, these flight simulators almost. So really happy to get that one. Another one I'm happy to get Soul Calibur 2. I prefer the one on the GameCube, but Xbox will do for now. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Tides of War, Splinter Cell, and Mission Impossible Operation Soma. The only other ones, Xbox games that he had was, there was like a NASCAR game there, and also, I forget which one it was. I think it was like the first Shrek game or something, and I didn't really want that one. So, we agreed on 40 for that, and I also bought some of my other stuff that I had gotten over the past couple weeks, and we did like a mini trade thing. I traded him a complete copy of Jurassic Park for the Genesis, a copy of a loose cart copy of T2, the arcade game for the Genesis, Tetris for the Game Boy, which I have 3 copies, so don't mind losing one, and NBA Hang Time for the 64. So I got 6 games in return, so I thought that was a fair deal. Let me show them. 2 PlayStation 1 games and 4 Nintendo games. Namco Museum Volume 3. And one I'm pretty happy to get is Activision Classic Games for the Atari 2600. And I just really love these compilations. I think like the GameCube and Xbox and PS2, they had a bunch of them. So that's why I need to start doing some of those, like the Midway Arcade Treasures, and there are some other ones, like the Intellivision Lives one. So there's some ones that I want to get for those. And also 4 Nintendo games, Solar Jetman, Star Soldier. The Goonies 2, which he said was his favorite game ever, so, I don't know. Somebody said, that, what, it was like the Never-Ending Story was their favorite movie ever, so that wasn't too great of a movie. But, maybe he's, correct in saying that's a good game, and also Robo Warrior. NES games are definitely up for trade. I'm not one of those people who are going to go for like a complete NES collection. I'm gonna get the games I want and only the games I want. And so I'm not going after like a stadium events because I don't really want a copy. It's not that great of a game from what I've been told. So. Why waste my time and money on something I don't want to play? I mean, now, it is cool that it's, one of the rarest games ever, but I'm not going to go after it. I'm not really in this to get, like, rare games. Now, it's cool when you come across one, but if it's not a good game, then, I wouldn't keep it. Sell it to somebody who would appreciate having, a really rare game in their collection. So yeah, that's my mini rant on how I collect for the Nintendo. I do the same thing for like Super Nintendo, N64. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Genesis, I'll get anything pretty much other than sports games, but I don't know. It's too expensive to throw money around for getting games that you don't want to play. So, yeah, that's my little speech. So, again, $48 and a little bit of trade. I thought that was a good deal. And then he also brought out, what I'll show next, from his car. He brought out this really old Venture Electronics Video Sports. And I thought this was, pretty valuable, maybe 50, 60 bucks, especially with the box, even though it is not even really a box anymore, but he said $15. I said, sure. I would have haggled more if I had known that it's only, a $25 item, if that. So I'm almost regretting buying this because I really don't have an interest for it. I definitely do not have a place to display this or whatever. I'm probably never going to play it. So, I'm probably just going to end up, selling this for, 15 bucks maybe, just to get my money back. If you want it, let me know. I doubt anybody does, but I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was super cool and that I would want it. Now that I realize I get it home, it's not that great actually. So almost, I am regretting buying this. So I don't know. We all have something that we regret doing sometime. So that was the Craigslist deal. $55 for all that. Yeah, it's still a good deal, even though I kind of regret buying that. But I think the greatest deals of the past couple of weeks came from the yard sales, and to be all honest, it started out terrible. I mean, I found 2 games up until about 11:30, and we started. Most of the sales started at 8, so we got there, at 7:50. And the sales that we were going to was in a town about 45 minutes away. It's like a suburb of a bigger city, so it was pretty depressing. We actually came to a couple of sales. They said, "Oh, we just sold it a few minutes ago," or actually, it was even more depressing when I came to a person and they said they had a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and like a Sega Saturn stuff. and they said they didn't think anybody wanted it, so they just threw it in the trash, literally in the trash. I mean, that's worse than, you know, seeing somebody leave with like a big lot of Nintendo or Super Nintendo stuff, even if it's like a reseller or whatever. But that's just terrible to throw away that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess people don't think it's worth much, or at least some people don't. But I still made out fairly well. I'm happy with what I got. I'm not going to complain that I missed out on some things. It stinks, but you know, I'm still really happy. So I got some Wii games. I got Link's Crossbow Training and Lego Star Wars, the video game, or the complete saga actually. And 50 cents a piece was a pretty good deal. I was super surprised when he said that much, because they were selling a Wii Fit board, a Wii board thing, Wii Fit Plus, and these two games for $300. So that was a bit overpriced, to under exaggerate. So I came up to the guy, how much do you want for the games? He said 50 cents a piece. It's so weird. Does he think like the Wii is worth like a ton or something? I don't know. I mean, they probably paid around $300 for everything, but they're definitely not going to get that back, especially at a yard sale. And then the other Wii game I got was Lego Star Wars, The Original Adventures, and I got it for $2. Not a bad deal. I'm getting a lot of Lego games, which, you know, I like Lego games. They're pretty fun. And the last of the Wii stuff I got was this Wii, and it is not working at the moment, I guess. They said it was broken. They had it for $1. And then they just said take it or whatever. So I got it for free. And you know, even $1 is a good deal for a broken Wii. You could probably sell this for parts if it really does not work. But I tested it at home. I plugged it in at home, and it does turn on and all, and like the internet's functional. What I think is wrong with it is either the disc is super dirty or it's not working, like the disc reader thing. If it's not working, like it's broken or whatever, I'm probably going to end up just selling this because I don't want to take the time to, you know, take it apart and whatnot. If it just needs cleaned, then I'll do that, and I get a free Wii, which I've actually been looking for one of these things. Unmodded, we do have a Wii. The thing I don't like about it is it's kind of like our home entertainment system. Like, we have Netflix on there, we have Hulu on there. So the rest of my family uses it, so I don't get to play my Wii games as often as I want to. And it also is modded, and because we modded it, I cannot play Smash Bros. Brawl. So I really want a working Wii. Yeah, I don't know what we did to make that not work, but it's not working anymore. Every copy we put in there, it freezes up. So I don't know what the deal is there, but if that works, that would be really cool. Now, one of the best deals of the day, in my opinion, it was at a neighborhood sale, and this was probably the first thing I found after the couple of games I found first, which I'll get to in a minute. And the first thing I saw were these Donkey DK bongos for like Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. So I thought that was pretty cool to see these, especially in their boxes. And they're not worth much, and you see these everywhere actually. But I looked behind it and I saw this, which is a GameCube bag. So you know, I figured they must have a GameCube somewhere. I asked the lady, do you have the system to go in there? And she says, oh yeah, I have it inside. And so she went inside. Ugh, let me get this. And she grabbed the GameCube, which actually had just a disc of Wave Race Blue Storm inside of it. The Indigo GameCube, and 2 Indigo controllers. I asked how much she wanted for the GameCube case, the 2 bongos, and the GameCube stuff, and she said $2 for everything. And my mouth just about dropped. I thought she was about to say, you know, something like 20, which, you know, I probably still would have bought that after a pretty bad start I got to the day. After a lousy start to the day. So when she said $2, I was totally surprised. I'd seen another GameCube. I saw PS2, and they were probably, I think they were like $30 or $40 a piece, and they were just the GameCube and the PS2. So totally surprised. I asked her if she had any games for it, and she came out with 3 games, and also something else, which isn't really that special, but I'm going to show it separate. I got Donkey Konga, which is actually the Canadian version, I believe, because it has the French and the English written on both the back and the front, and in the manual. Actually, it has 2 manuals in there. One's like English, and then one's English and French, so that's really weird. But I mean, that's cool. Also, Donkey Kong 2, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, which I'm so happy I could get this. I had just the disc before, and I beat the game at least twice. I love the Rogue Squadron series. I beat them all, and the second one I've definitely my favorite. Really great game. If you haven't checked them out, do so, because they are really good games. So, oh, and also, she brought out this GameCube controller extender. So, Mary Guy Gamer, if you are interested in another one of these, let me know. I'll just send this out to you. It's kind of weird that I found another one. It was like in the same week too. So, not same week, same month. Not talking, right? So, yeah, I asked her how much she wanted for the games, the GameCube, the bongos, and the GameCube case. She said $3 for everything. So, yeah, that was definitely one of the best deals I got all day. I was so surprised when I mean, even for the games, I thought she was going to say at least, you know, $3 or $4 a piece. Because, you know, some people do that. It's like, oh, I have a 64, but I want $5 for this system, and then like $5 for each of the games. But really awesome deal there. So I was super happy to get those. So the first 2 games I actually got in the entire day were these 2 games, Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, which is complete, and, Ratchet Deadlocked. So cool to get some of these. I popped them in, and they were pretty fun games, actually. Ratchet & Clank series is definitely a series that I wanted to get into. Those are the first 2 games I've played, and I've really liked what I've seen. Alright, I got this Lone DS game, Spectrobes Beyond the Portals. Paid $1 for it, and it was a game that I had been bidding on eBay for, you know, it's only like a $3 or $4 game. And so I figured, why not pick up the game for $1. So I did, and I'm not regretting it really, because it was only $1, but it's not that great of a game. I was expecting a little bit more, but I didn't really like what I've played of it. So kind of disappointed there. Alright, I think the last thing to show you is the last sale I went to the entire day, and we weren't even thinking about stopping at this sale. It was really confusing to get there, and yeah, we almost turned around and went home, but I'm so really glad we did, because this is another really great deal today. I paid $1.50 for the game, and I got 2 PS2 games and 2 GameCube games. I got Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future, which I think they only made 3 Echo games, and I have the first 2 on the Genesis, and this one on the PS2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I have all of them now. I also got Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which I couldn't leave this behind because I'm a big Star Wars fan. I haven't played the game yet. And the 2 games I was super happy to see there. I'm definitely really surprised to see was Super Smash Bros. Melee. Is missing the manual, but for $1.50, can't leave that behind. And also Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And that is complete. So that was amazing to get get those games for $1.50 a piece. I was totally happy that we went to that sale instead of turning around. So I've been playing Smash Bros, and it's actually the first Smash Bros game I've played, and I now understand what all the craze is surrounding the game is. It is a really great game, and I'm super happy I found it. I've always wanted to play them before, but you know, Smash Bros. Melee is still like a $25 game, so it's really hard for me to spend that much money on a game. It is. It's easy to get games for cheap, you know, cheap games, because there are a lot of cheap games that are really good. But there are really good games that are really expensive, like Wind Waker, Smash Bros. Melee, and I heard Conker's Bad Fur Day is an excellent game. So, you know, I want to get that one as well. It's just, you know, I'm not going to pay that much. So it's always nice to get expensive games for, you know, really cheap. So that's about it. I will be going yard selling. Actually, this Thursday there's a big multifamily sale, and it's in a place that's almost out in the boondocks. It's kind of out in the country there, so I'm hoping that most people who are looking for video games won't come to it, because they did have listed like a bunch of stuff. They had an NES, GameCube, 64, Atari. So I'm really hoping I can get there right on time and pick up some good deals or great systems. So thank you for watching. If you've seen anything in this video that you're interested in, let me know. The PS2 games are for trade. The PSP games are for trade. NES games, some Xbox games, whatever you're looking for, let me know, and we can work something out. Alright, sorry guys, my camera fell off of the thing, of the table, so, so, yeah, at the end of the video, I will be, showing you, my awesome bookshelf I got for $4, and yeah, I think that's all that I have to show you off camera. Again, if you're interested in anything, let me know. I think that's about it. So, if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you got for, or tell me what you got this week if you went out yard selling or video game hunting. yeah, again, that's about it. So I guess I will see you later. Bye. Alright guys, this is my my very nice bookshelf that I got for $4. And kind of like a shelf tour almost. My GameCube shelf. And then below, not much light, but there is my bottom shelf. So I thought for $4, I thought that was a fantastic deal. Before I had a very, very small shelf, maybe half the size of this, and there's no way I was going to fit all of it on just that shelf. So it's really cool to get that for $4. Definitely a cool pickup.